Our second series of the season was against the Milwaukee Brewers, and it didn't really go well. We looked pretty bad, not gonna lie to you. So one thing that stood out to me really the whole series, that we just weren't being very patient the whole series. Our game plan going into the series must have been to swing fast, swing early. Didn't really work out for us. It worked for the first game eventually, but the other two games didn't really work at all. That's something I noticed very early on. The first game we had Trevor Williams pitching, and those first 3 innings went fast. Brett Anderson on the other team for Milwaukee, they were going 1-2-3, 1-2-3 over and over and over again. First 3 innings took 16 minutes total. That's extremely quick. And then Wilson Contreras hits a 2-run home run, and we are on the board, 2-0 Cubs. There was a weird argument when Rizzo was at the plate between the Brewers manager and the umpire after that. I guess it was about how close Rizzo was standing, and he didn't like where the umpire was at, and he couldn't really see the pitch. Very weird situation going on there. Then we have Javier Baez hit a home run, and then David Bodie hit one right after that. We're off and running early. Looking like a pretty good game so far. Trevor Williams is dealing at this part of the game. So far, he was perfect, which is funny because the umpire was squeezing both pitchers quite a bit. Then he had the very first hit to him in the 6th inning, and then he hit a batter, and it started falling apart in the 6th. It was starting to get a little nerve-wracking. Very first time he's really ever been challenged, and then we got a big-time clutch double play to end the inning, and that should have been the end of Trevor Williams' day. Next time up, Javi got hit by a pitch. It looked really bad, but Javi's a little overly dramatic, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. He walked up and got to first, no problem. Nothing to do there. We don't score. Trevor Williams runs back out there for the 7th inning, and he just didn't have it. Brewers immediately got 2 guys on base. They pulled Trevor Williams to a standing ovation. Great job by that guy. Trevor Williams did a fantastic job. Jason Adams comes in. He got 2 outs, and then he gave up a home run. That sucks because it goes towards Trevor Williams, not towards Adams, since he's the guy that put him out on base. Another thing to be mentioned here is that David Bodie had a potential double play ball, and he missed it for the home run. Bodie, man, he's not a good infield fielder. It was his birthday this series, though, so happy birthday to Bodie. After I just made fun of you. We made a double switch. Andrew Chafin came in with his sweet, fantastic mustache, and we got out of the inning. No problemo. Jake Marsick was on first base next in. He got a steal. I kind of like how we're being more aggressive on the base paths this year. We're actually up there in terms of stolen bases. Like, we're one of the top teams in stolen bases this year. That's pretty weird to see. In the past few years, Cubs have been pretty low in stolen bases. Unless your name was Javi Baez, nobody really got any steals. Through our first 4 games, we had at least 1 stolen base. That's crazy to me. Eric Sogard gets a stand-up triple, scores in Marsick. That was pretty cool to see. Wilson Contreras then gets hit in the head by a baseball. Helmet goes flying off. In the last 12 games against the Milwaukee Brewers at the end of the series, Wilson Contreras gets hit in 6 of them. We'll come back to this in the future because in the next game it gets a little hot. It was kind of funny though how Wilson just went to first like nothing, no big deal. Nothing fazed him. Nothing happening. Andrew Chafin comes out for the next inning. 1-2-3, mustache power. Love it. He's doing a great job coming out of the bullpen, which we need because I think our bullpen's pretty weak. So next time we go to pitch, we have Alex Mills in for the save situation, and I don't know if I really get that. What's the point of having Dylan Maples on a team if you're not going to use him? Because he wasn't going to be used the next day with Alazle, a guy who's essentially a rookie making a start. Alex Mills is supposed to be our, our fringe guy, a guy that can be like, oh no, our star's doing really bad, let's have him in for 5 innings. That's supposed to be what Alex Mills' job is. I don't know why he's coming in for a save spot. I didn't agree with that. But Alex Mills gets to win. Cubs win 5-3. Alex Mills gets his first save of the season. We did leave 4 guys on base, but it's not a problem unless we start losing. We did get a very sweet RBI triple that was actually a stand-up triple by Sogard, and Cubs win 5-3. All right, so we get to game 2, and pretty much everyone sucked. I don't have much to say here. Alazle struggled early, kind of settled in. He gave up 4 runs, which isn't good, but it's not like dumpster fire bad. It kind of comes back to haunt us in the first game though, because we didn't use Dylan Maples. If any other situation where we gave up 4 runs in the first like 3 innings, we bring Alec Mills in, he goes in and pitches through like the 8th. We don't have that luxury because we just used Mills. Probably should have used Maples the day before. Instead, Maples comes in here. Yeah, we got 1 hit the whole game. Bryant got a double. That's the only thing we did the whole game. Nothing going. Bats just went cold. Wilson Contreras gets hit again, and this time instead of just facing off like nothing happened, he went berserk. Bench is cleared, almost started a fight, kind of settled down. Jason Hayward kind of held Wilson back, which I kind of like. Hayward's kind of our leader that's not a leader going on here. Cubs lose this game. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come, and we start game 3. and we didn't get very many hits, but we did do better than game 2. So one thing I've noticed that we're doing a lot of shifts this year, and it's actually kind of hurting us more than it's helping us. There was a base hit by Christian Yelich in this game where if Javi is where he's supposed to be, where a shortstop's supposed to be, it's not a base hit, but because we were in the shift, there's nobody there. The only person close to it was the umpire. Base hit for Yelich. Overall though, Kyle Hendricks did a fantastic job. He has nothing to be ashamed of this game. Kyle Hendricks bounced back excellent. Chris Bryant had his very first error of the season, kind of got caught between a forehand and a backhand, batted away with the glove. It was actually a steal attempt by Yelich. If it got through him, probably would have been a run because he was running. Nothing came to hurt us from it though, because they don't score. You gotta make that play though, because it would have saved Kyle Hendricks at least a couple pitches. Game 3 was a pretty boring game. Nothing really happened until the 6th, where Hendricks started to really have to fight pretty hard here. We did get kind of lucky here. Rizzo missed a ground ball, and I think there was runners at first and third at the time. It was clearly fair, and the umpire said foul. I'll take that. You can't review infield foul balls, which I think is a dumb rule. Everything in baseball can really be reviewed, but the rules say you can't do it, and we got a lucky break out of that, so we'll take it. Hendricks does get out of it to end his day. Good job by Kyle Hendricks, like I said. Next inning, Alex Mills comes in again. Our French guy is getting used now. Really weird series from a pitching perspective and a game planning perspective. I don't know what's going on in the clubhouse, but man, we are not doing very good at management right now. Ian Happ gets the Cubs on the scoreboard with a base hit. Anthony Rizzo then gets into a fielder's choice, which probably should have been a double play. The throw was actually way off, but you know, we're gonna pretend like Rizzo's speed is what caused it. Good AB by Chris Bryant. He hits a little blooper, and 99 times out of 100, that ball hits the dirt. Didn't today for whatever reason. And that would have really sucked because Rizzo was probably going to score on that because of how high it hung up for it. And if it hit the dirt, Rizzo scores. And Bryant's probably at second. Instead, we don't score. And next inning, Lonzo Cain hits a home run. We're down 1-0. We're down 1-0. And Jock Pearson hits a moonshot. Absolute moonshot. We really got the energy up. Javi comes in, strikes out. In the 9th, we bring Greg Kimbrel in. And I don't agree with this move. I would have had Kimbrel in for the potential extra innings. I get that, you know, you want your best guy out there, but in extra innings this year, we have a guy on second base. We need those swings and misses and potential that's going to happen. You got to remember, the best of the best baseball players only get a hit 30% of the time. More than likely, any guy is going to get a guy out. We need to have Greg Kimbrel in, a guy who's known for strikeouts, in for the extra innings. They go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, we have to deal with Hader. Oh boy, Hader. Well, not much going on. Rizzo did get to second base. Chris Bryant had an 8-pitch at bat, and it goes down on a good pitch by Hader. But then we go to the extras, and we have Workman in for the extras, and every extra inning, there's a guy on second base to start off. I don't remember how the guy got the first, but Lonzo Cain again hits a 3-run home run. And that goes back to my thing where we probably should have had Greg Kimbrel in. I don't want Workman into that situation where we need strikeouts. Right after that, we had a Javi Baez error. I thought we were falling apart, but we actually picked the guy off at first. So that ended up working out in our favor. So at the plate for the next inning, Jock Peterson doesn't get it done. Javi Baez doesn't get it done. Jason Hayward scores Chris Bryant. And then we end up getting bases loaded with Ian Happ up with 2 outs. He had a good fight, but we don't do anything with it. Cubs lose the last game of the series. 4-1 was the final score. I don't know what our game plan was going into this, but it was pretty bad. We need to be patient. And towards the end of the last game, everyone except Javi was pretty much being patient. I'm pretty concerned that we've had a couple non-competitive at-bats from Jock Pearson, Javi Baez, Anthony Rizzo, and Wilson Contreras. Wilson at least has been getting on base, but the other 3, I have very little faith of even making contact at this point. Javi and Jock both had home runs this series, which is good to see, but you can even tell towards the end of those games, they're just being outclassed right now, and I don't know what it is. We traveled to Pittsburgh for a 3-game series. Everyone gets a day off on Friday. I'm glad we're playing Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh, again, not really that good of a team compared to the other guys in NL Central, really anywhere in the league, come to think about it. Hopefully we can get the mojo back going. Hopefully we get the bats back working. Hopefully we stay patient. I'm going to give the stud of the week to Trevor Williams. Even though he fell apart in the 6th and he got left in a little bit too long, the kid was fantastic. He was throwing a picture perfect game through 5 innings. Got a standing ovation that he earned. Dud of the week, I could have gone with a couple things. I kind of wanted to go with the whole team. Could have gone with the batting coach, but I'm going to go with really management altogether because boy, oh boy, our management was not good this series. From our game plan where we wanted to swing early, swing fast, to just weird and curious bullpen management. Overall, this was a horrible managed series by David Ross, and we can't have that going forward. especially against good teams. Hopefully we can beat up on these Pirates. And this does it for this episode of the Milwaukee Brewers Chicago Cubs series. Come back next time as we analyze the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Cubs series in Pittsburgh. See you then.